Hey everybody, Dan the Birdo here, and I teach people how to love and accept themselves just the way they are. Today I want to talk about a very special topic, and it's the reality that all of us are one. Now you may have heard from all these different religions or ideas or theories that everything is one, man, everything is one. And it sounds like an interesting idea, but today I want to show you guys exactly how everything is one and what that means for us as humans and what that means about how we should relate to our fellow brothers and sisters. Okay, so to start, basically, everything, one of the fundamental reasons how everything is one is because everything came from one single source. Okay, and I don't want to get all, in the weeds about what that source is or, put any labels on anything because that's just going to detract the fundamental idea. Okay, so we're just going to call the source of everything the source, or the ultimate creator. Okay? So the source of everything created everything. Okay? And that source basically created created us to be creators just like the source was. So the creator created creators. So we're very similar. We have creative capabilities. And that's what I'm doing here right now, is I'm creating. Okay? And so that creation is an expression of source. That's a little bit off tangent, but that is, also part of this whole source thing. So, we came from the ultimate creator. And the ultimate creator created everything. So if you could imagine one little thing, and then everything comes out of that one thing. Well, everything coming from that one thing ultimately is an extension of that one thing. And if everything is an extension of one thing, then everything is a part of the same thing. So everything is an extension of one thing, and it all came from the same thing, meaning it is of the same. And that's all of us. We are all from the same thing. So we are all the same. We are all one. Okay? And to break this down, that doesn't mean that we're the same exact individuals, carbon copies. No, that means that we're the same on a fundamental level. Okay? And when I say fundamental level, I mean experience. So, for example, we are all the same because we experience the same emotions. We experience the same needs, the same wants, the same desires, the same basic needs for safety, the same basic need for food, okay, and so on and so forth. We experience all those same things, okay? So that's how when you see somebody else, you can tell, how they're feeling. Or if they tell you how they're feeling, you can take that blueprint, that energetic blueprint, and identify, okay, I know that. Okay, so we all experience the same exact emotions and the same things, which means that the way you relate to somebody else is really the way you are relating to yourself. Okay, because you have that energetic blueprint. Say if you're feeling happy and you relate to somebody else in a happy way, now all of a sudden that other person will pick up on that energetic blueprint, and since they're the same as you, they're going to experience the same thing. This is on a scientific level called mirror neurons. But on a deeper level, it's because we are all the same, experiencing the same things as we relate to each other. Okay? And so throughout our lives, we're all going to experience different external events. But when we internalize those external events, we're going to experience the same type of emotions in response to the external events. So there's only a handful of emotions, right? And they go from low vibrational emotions to higher vibrational emotions, or states of being. So any infinite amount of different experiences can happen on the outside, but on the inside, we categorize them or we feel them, in a certain way. We may feel something as guilty, or we may feel something else as joyful, right? But we've all experienced guilt and we've all experienced joy before. So in this way, we are exactly backing up to the same thing where we came from. That's why we all experience the same exact things, the same exact emotions, is because we came from the same source. So what does that mean when we relate to each other? That means if you love somebody, or if you love everybody, then you're going to get that love back. Because you're just loving yourself. Okay? If you hate somebody, or you hate everybody, then you're going to get that hate back. Because you're hating yourself, really. So this is why it's so important to understand this concept that everything is one, because everything came from the same source, and therefore, when you come to this realization, then you start to treat yourself in a loving way, and you start to really see the human, or you start to see yourself in other people. You see somebody else experiencing a certain event or a certain state of being, and you know, oh, I've been there before. I can take that blueprint that they're feeling, and I can feel that myself. I can experience that myself, and I can reference to how they're feeling. So this is where compassion comes in too. We become compassionate because we're in the heart. We're in the heart center now. We're in the space of realizing, okay, this is me. This is an extension of, we are all extensions of the source. Now, when we come to this realization, then what the task becomes is to make everything a better experience for everyone around us, which really is us. And so, how do we do that? We might give somebody a smile, because when we smile at somebody else, we smile at ourselves. Why? Because when we smile at somebody else, and if they smile back, which more than likely they will, then we get smiled at back in return. So it's just all a universal loop. Everything is just a universal loop of oneness. And this concept is a little bit difficult to wrap your head around. But if you sit and meditate and ponder this, don't just take this at face value. If you start to sit down and understand, like how we got here, everything just funnels out. Everything just funneled out from one thing, from one ultimate creator. Okay? So the goal is to understand that we are all one single unit. We're just one collective. We're all one. We're all an extension of one thing, which means that we are all one. Okay, we have the same exact fundamentals. We all have the same organs. We all have the same arms and legs and different things like that. We all have those fundamental features that make us the same species or one. And this goes for so many other things too, but just to keep it at a human level, that's more understandable, is that we are all just this, we experience the same exact things internally. And that makes us one collective. That's why we're a collective. Okay? So, with that being said, remember that what you do to other people, what you do to others, you're doing to yourself. What you create, you're creating for others. And what you do to others will be returned back to you, because that already is you. I know this episode was super heady, but when you know, next time you go outside, do yourself a favor and really recognize yourself in the other person, in the other people, in your brothers and sisters, and see yourself in them and understand that they are you. Okay? I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, if you want some more content, I'm going to be posting several times a week. So go ahead and subscribe to my channel, like this video, and click on the notification button to get notifications on when I post new videos. That way you'll be able to get my videos as soon as they are released, hot off the press. Okay? Much love, guys. Namaste, and we will talk to you soon.